You are the chosen one. From tribe to village to village, to individual warrior to warrior, all who have pledged to me, now I pledge to you. Go forth and kill them all.
Remember, when you go to counseling, a counseling session, a counselor always say, like, before anything else, so tell me, what was it like growing up? What was your childhood like? What was your past like? Now I understood why a counselor would always ask that question. It gave him a better understanding of why you behave the way you behave, or why you do what you do, or why you move how you move. And that's what we're going to exhibit here in this situation with Kamala Harris. You still don't understand where I'm coming from, right? Alright. Shout out to my man O'Shea Duke Jackson for this. Listen to what he has to say. Listen to what I have to say. And then the spirits of the universe going to take us on. Without further ado, let's get to work.
It's a line. And if you cross it, that's your motherfucking ass.
Kamala Harris is going to be the Democratic Party's presidential candidate. And of course, people were digging up her past when she was just a senator or a public defender or prosecutor, but we started finding out more about her when she became the vice president. This is what people do. They go and find dirt on your name to discredit you for what you did in the past. And humans make a lot of errors, a lot of stupid mistakes. But in the case of Kamala Harris, she's made some different type of mistakes. What kind of mistakes, you might add?
She slept her way up. She was offering cheeks.
Kamala Harris was a young woman in politics. There was a big scandal.
So they understand that it will look really bad if they do not lean in to saying that they really do want Kamala, but even that feels a bit performative to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm starting to see articles creep out, and they seem like attacks on Kamala. Again, if we can go into our time machine and go back to 2020, well, every time that someone tried to interject the truth about Kamala, which is that she slept her way to the top, it's a fact. She was with some 6-year-old man, got her start in the political career, and they would go, oh my gosh, how dare you say this, that's so sexist. Well then, suddenly, on July 6th, the Daily Mail actually published a headline about the fact that Kamala Harris was, thoughting through life. And they basically said she got her political start, her political upstart, because she was dating this guy, Willie, can't think of his last name right now. And he was married, and he was in his 60s, and Kamala Harris was just a spring chicken.
Sweet D Willie! It's funny how a person could say something and then a large number of individuals will shame that person for saying that particular thing. But when the truth actually comes out, motherfuckers as quiet as church mouse. No, that same energy that you use to shame that individual, I need y'all to have that same energy and speak it now.
Make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
That is how she entered the political scene. So she was not somebody who was a part of their ecosystem, but they tapped her in 2020 because they were like, oh, like the thing that we always say is that look at the Republican Party, it's so white and there's no diversity, and how are we going to be able to say that if we're running Joe Biden, who's been extraordinarily wealthy his entire life and whose son is becoming extraordinarily wealthy while smoking crack simply because he's doing dirty deals in Ukraine. So what we're going to do, we're going to hire Kamala Harris. We're going to select Kamala Harris to be the vice president.
Not just that, but we need a puppet. We need a puppet. We need someone that they can shut up and do as they're told. And that's Kamala Harris. We're going to tell her what to say, and she's going to say that. And she's not going to divert away from that. But she's going to do everything we tell her to do. Because she's our puppet.
And he's the one person I can think of. And then we can sell. I know that when she was sworn to Congress, she was talking about how she's an Indian, but we'll just tell the people, like, forget the Indian side, like, now she's back to black. And the streets are talking, ha 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 ha. And that's what they did. So that is the only reason that Kamala Harris, they literally did not have another person that they felt could be the vice president and allow them to use the isms. You don't like her, you're a sexist. You don't think that she's amazing, you're a misogynist, deep-seated misogyny. You don't want this ticket to win. Is it because Kamala Harris is black? Kinda. I feel like it is. It's because you're a racist. So they just
and also to add to that, what's going to be is what's going to be. We need somebody in position. We need to put somebody in position. There's no one that can run against Trump. We have no one. But now we got her. All we have to do is feed her the lines. There it is. We can use her to get a lot of the black votes. Because right now, when we really look at it and we pull the reports, Donald Trump has a large number of black votes. If it fly like a bird, it eats like a bird, it looks like a bird, damn it, it's a damn bird.
I just needed her to do the thing.
And this guy even went into more detail.
This woman was flaunting her relationship with Willie Brown, former mayor of San Francisco. You know, Sweet Willie. Sweet Willie Brown. Sweet Willie. Sweet Willie Brown. And they were hanging out in the restaurants and out there on the wall.
Sweet D Willie! Sweet Dick Willie! Tell your fine ass daddy I said, Sweet D Willie. Let's go.
You know, and Willie Brown is married. They were in public while she was a district attorney. Here she was, an adulterer, going with this man, you know, and all over you pick up the daily, the British newspaper. I mean, they covered it. Many of the people in the Frisco area didn't cover it in America. They didn't bring it up against her either. But now this woman was flaunting her relationship with Sweet Willie Brown, and they were getting it on. So she did date a black man because Willie's about as black as you can get. That guy's black as about 2 months cold.
Make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Yeah, I heard it.
We understand it already. So I don't know why people are making such a big deal out of it. I don't know why Candace Owens cares about who she used to deal with. Because Candace Owens has a past, Donald Trump has a past, and I have a past. We're not voting for what she's doing in the bedroom. And that's not important. Who she's married to, for me, is not important. What is the most important thing is this.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
That's important.
I can't stand a dumb motherfucker, man.
Don't get me wrong. I'm all for my brothers and my sisters. Okay? I'm all for my black brothers and sisters when you're doing something right. Okay? When you're doing something right and you living right and you walking in the essence of your truth. Now, when you're doing wrong, I'm not going to forget about you. I'm just going to correct you and redirect you. Take accountability. That's it, that's all. But overall, I'm all for black excellence. I'm for black love. I'm for black unity. I'm for black businesses. I'm for black purpose. You have to be willing to stand. You have to be willing to love. You have to be willing to walk in your anointing. You have to be willing to receive. You have to be willing to use wisdom. You have to be willing to humble yourself.
Kamala, right? How do you feel about her? Because I know you made a comment earlier saying that she don't claim her black side.
House Nick, just like Barack Obama, they do what they need to do to stay close to the white power structure. She made a career locking up black people. This is the same woman who went on international television, Art, let me remind you, about a year or two ago and said America is not a racist country. You want me to go vote for a so-called black woman who went on international television and told the world that America is not a racist country? She spit in the face of the family of Trayvon Martin. She spit in the face of the family of Breonna Taylor. She spit in the face of the family of Michael Brown, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Amir Locke, Dante. We can go on and on. Tamir Rice, all the Africans murdered by police, which are state-sanctioned executions. Let us be clear.
It's a line. And if you cross it, that's your motherfucking ass.
And not only that, to add, Miss Massey. Shout out to the family for her. She was fatally, unalived, and I pray for the family. I pray for the family that Elohim gives them peace, comfort, cover her children, because that situation was wrong. I saw the footages, and I'm sitting there. Like I said, I worked law enforcement as a CO. My first thing was, what are they doing inside of her home anyway? Prayers goes out. Your boy Big Truck here at the King's Table, sending prayers out to the family, the entire family.